Start again. Here we go. Start again.
What more?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome tonight here at Central High School Gymnasium for the first round of the district tournament playoff. The Central Warriors will be taking on the Lehigh Generals. This is a Sturgill Sports Media broadcast of the Warrior Nation blog. We're good. And we're here tonight with Jason Mullins. Yeah. Solid. Yeah, we're gonna do microphone tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're working a few kinks out of this thing. Make sure that you get a go in here. As we said, though, first round of the playoffs, Lehigh Generals visit the Central Warriors. Last time they played was a couple of weeks ago down in Pennington. I think I've got some gym issues going on down at Lehigh with some of the flooding and things and stuff going on down there. So turn it over to Jason Mullins there to kind of mention a few things in the last contest.
Yeah, the last time the Warriors traveled down to Pennington Gap, played Lehigh Generals, the Warriors pretty much controlled the game throughout the four quarters of action. Ended up being a 20-point game. I think the final score was 67-47. But Lehigh kind of had a couple quarters there in the second half where they found their niche and gave the Warriors some fits. Isaiah McCamus scored really well. Came out hot. I think he was the only Warrior. Maybe him and Ben Stallard were the only two in double digits. Both teams are pretty young overall. I think both rosters only playing one or two seniors. So we got a lot of young talent here that we're going to see tonight. The Warriors are pretty balanced in their scoring. Of course, Isaiah McCamus leads the Warriors in scoring. But then after that, it can be any typical player could step up and score 10, 12, 15 points on the night. The Lehigh Generals are pretty balanced all the way through. They'll have 5 or 6 kids that'll average 10 or 12 points a game. Several Fannons on the team. I know they got 2 freshmen, the twins, and they're going to be really good ball players, and you can just see them getting better every time they play.
We've got about 3 minutes left here before we tip this thing off. We're going to wait here. We got the meeting in the middle of the captains. Referees going through some of the rules and some of the things going on for the night's game. We're going to go quiet here for the next few minutes. Soon you will hear the starting lineups. You'll also hear the national anthem. And by the time the game kicks off, you'll hear me and Jason again back on the broadcast, letting you know exactly what's going on tonight. We're again first round district tournament playoffs. Central Warriors are hosting the Lehigh Generals, and we hope to have a good game, a good contest tonight.
I'll tell you, Lance, while we're waiting here, we still got 2.5 minutes before starting lineup. Let's go ahead and run down through our sponsors tonight. First of all, we have the Warrior Nation blog. Obviously, is Sturgill's Sports Media. Does a lot of good things here for us at Central High School. Our sponsors are ITS, Ideal Technological Solutions, Shade Tree Landscaping, Dale's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, and Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Courtney Van Hunt, the LuLaRoe Dealer, and Morgan McClure Chevrolet, Buick and Cadillac of Coburn, Virginia. Also join us tonight is Robo's Drive-In in Pound, Virginia. If you'd like to become a sponsor, I know we're late in the season here, but we'll still get a couple games going through the tournament. As long as we've got teams alive, we'll try to bring you the action here. But if you're interested in becoming a sponsor, you can contact Sturgill Sports Media at the Warrior Nation blog. And all you have to do is email Sturgill Sports Media at evansSturgillPhotography.com. And you can become a sponsor here of our broadcast.
We've got about a minute 20 here before we hear the starting lineup for the national anthem. Both teams are warming up. They look to be pretty prepared, pretty fired up, ready to go for some good 2A basketball action here in Wise, Virginia tonight.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to tonight's Mountain 7 Conference District Tournament contest between the Lehigh Generals and your Central Warriors. At this time, we ask if you would please stand and remove your caps in honor of America in the singing of the national anthem to be performed tonight by Miss Tina Colley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now for the starting lineups, beginning with the Lehigh Generals. Number 2, Braden Bundy. Number 4, Jacob Stewart. Number 12, Connor Pendergraft. Number 23, Jacob Whitaker. And number 45, Jackson Collier. And now the starting line for your Central Warriors. And the most wearing number 30, a junior, Ben Steiner. At guard, a junior, wearing number 12, Tyler Hanover. In the post, the junior, wearing number 44, Bryson Collins. At guard, a sophomore, wearing number 32, Isaiah McCamus. And they guard, senior wearing number 15, Dalton Mullins. The Warriors are head coach by Mr. T.J. McCamus, assisted by Stevie Neese, Chris Wilson, Jessica Boggs, Henry Motto, and Kelly Foster. One quick announcement before the tip-off. If anyone has lost a class ring, please come and see Mr. Collins.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Both teams get some final instructions from both their coaches. Getting ready to tip this thing off here in Central High School Gymnasium again. Once again, first round of the district tournament. Lehigh Generals will be taking on your Central Warriors.
No, Lance, on a quick observation here, both teams pretty equally matched. Not a lot of big guys on the floor, what we would typically think of big guys. So we expect a fast-paced game tonight. A lot of probably run and gun, a lot of transition and scoring out of transition out of both teams. If we set for the tip, and the Warriors will control the tip as Dalton Mullins will be bringing the ball down the court.
The Central Warriors setup looks like the Lehigh Generals are in a zone. Ball gets kicked over to Tyler Vanover back to Dalton Mullins at the top of the key. Back over to Tyler Vanover. Isaiah McCamus down in the corner. Up for a three. And in and out, no good. Ben Stowers with the rebound.
Good job on the board.
Put it back, give him 2. 2-0 to start the game off here. Number 2, Brady Bundy brings the ball down the court for the Lehigh Generals. Kicks it over to the wing to number 4, Jacob Stewart. Looking inside, help side defense by number 44, Bryson Collins. Shots up, no good. 23 with the rebound. Up and giving 2. It's 2-2 to start the ball game here. Down quickly goes the Warriors. Up to Isaiah McCamus. Another long 3, and it's good. Score is now 5-2. The Lehigh Generals back down the floor. Number 45, Jacob Whitaker at the top of the key, being pressured heavily by Isaiah McCamus. Still having plenty of pressure. Ball gets kicked over to number 2. That is Braden Bundy. He's being pressured heavily by Dalton Mullins. Ball over to the wing. Tyler Vanover brings the pressure to number 4. And got trapped in the corner. Ball gets kicked out back to the top. Number 45, that is Dylan Fannin. It's a nice move to the basket. Up and giving 2. Scores now towards 5. Back down the court very quickly. Comes to Central Warriors. Dalton Mullins delivers at the top of the key. Kicks it underneath to Ben Stowers. Out to the wing. Tyler Vanover back to the top of the key. And we've got a turnover. 3-second call goes against the Warriors. 6:30 left here in the first quarter. Score is 5-4.
As we said, fast-paced action here. The Warriors are man-to-man picking up at half court. Lehigh Generals are doing a good job against that man-to-man and getting the ball to the middle of the floor. And we've got a couple of shots in the paint.
Well, I've got a turnover. Ball's out of bounds. Number 23 tripped and fell. That's number 23. What number is that? Who is that, Jason? I don't have him on my roster.
23, I believe that is Jacob Whitaker, and 45 is Jackson Collier.
Here we go back down the other way. Lehigh still in the zone. Get the ball over to the right wing. Tyler Vanover back to the top of the key. Number 15, Dalton Mullins. Ball gets deflected by the Lehigh Generals. And stolen coming back down the court goes number 12. That is Connor Pendergraft. He's back out to the top. Number 45 is Jacob Whitaker.
That was some good defense there by Tyler Vanover, stopping the initial run out.
Number 4 up, 15-footer from the top of the key. In and out, no good. All the way around the rim there. Dalton Mullins comes down with the rebound. Headed back quickly down to the left wing to Tyler Vanover. On top of the key pass going number 44, Bryson Collins. He makes a post move. Takes about a 10-foot jumper. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by number 45, Jacob Whitaker. And here comes the Lehigh Generals back down the court very quickly. That's a shot up by number 23 from the 3 from the top of the key. Pulled no good. Pulled down by Dalton Mullins. And here we go, running again, Isaiah McCamus.
And got a foul, going to be number 23 for Lehigh. That is Jacob Whitaker. His first, the team first.
That is a foul on the floor. Checking in for the Warriors is number 20, Jordan Bishop. He'll be coming in for number 32, Isaiah McCamus. The inbound's coming in. Got into Bryson Collins underneath, up and in. That's 2. Giving 2. That makes the score 7-4. Down comes Lehigh back down the court. The Central Warriors in the man-to-man. A lot of pressure on the wings we can see. Dribbling ball back to the top of the key is number 4. That's Jacob Stewart. Kicks it back to the top to number 45. Again, it's Dylan Fannin. A lot of pressure being applied here by the Central Warriors. Lehigh's having a little trouble getting to the basket, but we see number 2 there drives to the basket. He is fouled. Shooting foul, and that foul is on number 44, Bryson Collins. 4:56 here to go in the first quarter. Scores Lehigh is 4. Central Warriors are 7. 2 shots for number 2, and that is Braden Bundy. First one is up and in and out. No good.
I think on that foul called on Bryson Collins there, he must have got hit in the mouth or something. I noticed he's grimacing a little bit of pain, but he stays in and seems to be fine. Second shot's up, and it's good. Making our score 7-5.
Dalton Mullins back down the floor quickly for the Warriors. Attacks the top of the key, and he is fouled on his drive to the basket. Foul is on number... Let's see who that one was on, Jason. Number 12. Foul was on number 12. It is Connor Pendergraft. Into the game is number 14, Elijah Hayes for your Central Warriors. The ball out underneath again. Referee's getting things set up and ready to go. Here we go back to play, back to action. Ben Stowler gets the ball at the foul line, tries to drive it in, loses the handle on it. Jordan Bishop's quick to get the deflection. Tyler Vanner with top of the key for 3. No good. Ben Stowler's up high for the rebound. Up and in, give him 2. The score is now 9-5.
That's 4 points for Ben Stowler on the night, but all points coming from offensive rebounds as the Warriors seem to really be controlling the boards.
Jacob Stewart with the shot there. It's missed at the back glass. Tyler Vanner with the rebound because it quickly to Dalton Mullins, who finds Ben Stowler under again, about a 10-foot jump shot. It's no good. Rebound by number 23 for the Lehigh Generals. And that again, Jason, what's that? You have that name on number 23.
23 is Jacob Whitaker, and the foul's going to be called on Elijah Hayes.
Substitutions coming in for Lehigh Generals is number 13. That is Justice Fannin. And Lehigh brings the ball down the court. Looks like Central Warriors are going to pick them up in a half-court man-to-man with Jordan Bishop pressuring the ball. Lehigh's running through their set. Number 4 will get the ball on the wing. Kicks it down to number 23, driving baseline, and he is called for a turnover for the Lehigh Generals. Jason, I tell you, they're getting the ball down close to the basket, just having a little trouble executing on some of the easy baskets underneath.
Yeah, they're getting good looks tonight. They really are. Just haven't been able to connect on very many of them. Warriors doing a good job of getting straight up and down, putting a hand in their face, kind of giving them the baseline, but then looking to trap once they get there. As McCamus is back in the game, pops a 3, no good. Rebound comes down to number 45, Jackson Collier.
Number 2's up. Nice little jumper in the lane. Makes it 7-9 in favor of your Central Warriors. Back down the court quickly comes Dalton Mullins again. Lehigh's still in their zone. Isaiah McCamish tries baseline. A floater in the middle, no good. Rebound pulled down by number 45 for Lehigh. Back down the court he comes. Drops a quick 3. No good off the back glass. Dalton Mullins with the rebound. He's racing back down the court. Kicks it out to Jordan Bishop for a 15-foot jumper. It's no good either. Got a rebound by number 23 for Lehigh and a foul on Isaiah McCamus coming over the back of the body.
What was relatively a pretty quiet game in the first 2 or 3 minutes as far as fouls, and now came down to 5 fouls here with 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Warriors with 3 and the Generals with 2.
Into the game comes Ben Brickey for Isaiah McCamus. No, for Ben Stowler, excuse me. Ben Brickey's lots of pressure on the top of the key. Elijah Hayes, hands with a deflection. Dalton Mullins racing back down the floor. Up for layup, give him 2. Scores now 11-7. Here comes the Lehigh Generals. Bring the ball down the floor is Jacob Stewart, number 4, being pressured by Ben Stowler, or by Ben Brickey, excuse me. Lays up a layup, no good. Rebound Elijah Hayes. Back down the floor again comes Dalton Mullins. He stops for a 15-foot jumper. Off the back glass, rebound Elijah Hayes. Kicks it out to Isaiah McCamus for 3. It's no good either. Lehigh gets the rebound coming back down the other way. Ball is loose. Lehigh again regains possession of it. And they're going to set up their offense.
Last 3 or 4 possessions by the Warriors, they seem to be in a hurry to get the shot off. Not got the best of looks.
Another layup missed by Lehigh. Number 23 missed that one. He had an easy one there. Jason's couldn't complete on it. Ball's back down quickly to the other side. Elijah Hayes has it. Kicks the ball to the top of the key. He drives in for floater. It's no good. It was in and out. Elijah Hayes with the rebound. Ball gets deflected away.
Good hustle by Ben Bricky. We got bodies on the floor.
Isaiah on the floor.
McCamus
Good hustle.
down to Bricky. Bricky puts it up. No good. Rebound's going to be number 23 for the Warriors, and that's Jacob Whitaker. Down to number 4, Stewart.
Nice little crossover he had there. Got the man off, and hits a 3. Scores now 10-11. Minute 30 to go in the first quarter. Ball's back up top here to Dalton Mullins. Lehigh staying in the zone. Staying back, allowing the Warriors kind of work through their offense. The Warriors have been pretty patient so far. They've got some good looks. There goes Dalton Mullins down the lane. Layup, no good. Rebound number 13 for Lehigh. Back down the floor comes Lehigh. The Warriors applying some pressure. High ball screen at the top of the key. Switch, number 4 gets the ball back at the wing. 57 seconds left. Number 2 for Lehigh with the 3 from top of the key. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Ben Bricky. Quick outlet pass down to number 32, Isaiah McCamus. He's good. He gets fouled. The bucket's good, and he'll be going to the line to shoot the extra foul shot. Old-fashioned three-point play.
Foul's going to be on number 13, I believe. That is Tyler Fannin. As the Warriors are making mass substitution here with Tyler Vanover, Bryson Collins, and Ben Stallard all checking into the game as Dalton Mullins, Elijah Hayes, and Ben Bricky will take a break here with 47 seconds to go. 13-10, Isaiah McCamus at the line, and it's good, making it 14-10 in favor of the Warriors.
Down comes Lehigh. Number 2 bringing the ball down the court. That is Braden Bundy. He's getting pressured again by Tyler Vanover at the top of the key. Might find his way into the lane, kicks it over to number 12. He kicks it back to the top of the key to number 13 for Lehigh. Pretty good defensive effort here so far in the first quarter by the Central Warriors. Lots of ball pressure. Really defending the drives, doing a very good job. Back to number 13 here. He has the ball at the top of the key, being pressured by Jordan Bishop. Ball's over here to the wing. Number 12, we have 17 seconds left, down to 16 seconds. Looks like Lehigh trying to work through to get the last shot. Running a bit of a delay game.
Good ball movement's going to be stolen by Jordan Bishop. He's going to take it coast to coast, but missed the layup. Rebound comes off to number 12, Connor Pendergraft. Number 2 with the shot at the buzzer. No good.
So at the end of the first quarter, we have your Central Warriors with 14, the visiting Lehigh Generals with 10. The Central Lady Warriors cheerleaders step out to do the mid-court cheer between the quarters. A couple recap there quickly of the first quarter. Jess, what are your thoughts there, the first quarter, what happened there?
Well, it seems like both teams pushing it up. I think the Generals show a little bit more presence with the basketball. They was passing the ball really well. Of course, the Warriors were getting some open looks, just weren't able to connect. But was able to score out of transition pretty good as well. I think once the Warriors can catch fire here, we might see a good second quarter out of them. But both teams getting up and down the floor, and as you said, seem to be attacking it, taking it to the hole. Quick running down of their scores here. Got Braden Bundy with 3 points for the Generals. Jacob Whitaker leading the way for them with 5 points, and Jackson Collier with 2. Isaiah McCamus leading the way with the Warriors with 6 points, with Ben Stallard with 2. Dalton Mullins and Bryson Collins both with 2 points apiece. I don't really think we've got anybody in foul trouble right now. The Warriors have 3 fouls as well as the Generals with 3 fouls, and that's just 3 different people with 1 foul. So nobody in foul trouble right now as we get ready to start the second quarter of action. I think both teams with their starters back in.
As the second quarter starts, it'll be Lehigh basketball. Again, Central still lots of pressure here in the man-to-man, causing Lehigh some problems. Ball gets kicked over to the corner to number 23. He drives into the lane. The floater, no good. In and out's no good. Rebound comes down to Ben Stallard. Just kicks it to Isaiah quickly to Dalton Mullins. He finds Bryson Collins down in the post. He goes up for 2. Ball is stripped away. Turnover for the Central Warriors. Ball headed back down the other direction to the Lehigh Generals. We got a quick kick out to number 20 in the corner for a 3. Scores now 14-13. Ball's back down quickly. Isaiah McCamus, a 17-foot jumper. It's no good. Rebound was had by number 12 of the Lehigh Generals, but lost it out of bounds, so it will be Central Warrior basketball. Again, 7:20 to go in the second quarter. Score is 14-13 in favor of your Central Warriors. Central Warriors run through the inbounds play. Ben Stout gets the ball in the corner, kicks back to the top of Dalton Mullins. Hits the screen for Isaiah McCain. She has a three in the corner. It's up. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by number 20. That's Jackson Collier.
Double dribble called on number 20. He got the ball, was going to hit the outlet. Nobody was open, so he just started back dribbling again. Bryson Collins set to throw the ball in to the side here. Dalton Mullins with the ball, bringing it down as Coach McCamus calls the play.
Lehigh still sitting in the zone, Jay. Find Tyler Van
I tell you, I would
corner.
sit in the zone as well until the Warriors can prove that they can get on fire outside. Then 2-3 zones going to be a.
Dalton Mullins slashes to the basket, misses the layup. Rebound pulled down by number 23 for the Lehigh. He's down to the lane. He finds number 12 underneath the basket. It's up and in, giving two. Scores now 15-14 in favor of the Lehigh Generals. Dalton Mullins quickly brings the ball down the court, kicks it up to Tyler Vanover. He swings it over to Isaiah McCain from the left wing. He drives in, pulls up from about 10 feet. Shot's no good. Rebound pulled down by number 4 to Lehigh Generals. Bringing the ball down the court very quickly. He's beat up very quickly by Dalton Mullins. Kicks it over. Number 22, I guess that's that number. It's no good. Three's in and out. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by number 23 of the Lehigh Generals. Score is now 17-14 in favor of Lehigh. Zone's giving the Warriors some problems now.
It is. I tell you, we've been playing for 2 minutes in this quarter, and the Warriors haven't scored yet. Had several good looks, just not been able to connect right now. Tyler Vanover with the three, no good. 23 comes down with the rebound. He'll bring the ball up himself. Covered by Ben Stallard. He's going to kick it out.
Ben Stallard slides over on the drive by number 4. Slides over just in time to take the charge. Turn over to the Lehigh Generals. The ball will be headed back the other way. And coming back down the other direction is Dalton Mullins for the Warriors again. Lazy pass out front, gets stolen away by number 4 for Lehigh, who takes it down for 2. Scores now 19-14 in favor of Lehigh. A little uncharacteristic of Dalton there. He usually doesn't make that kind of mistake. That was a poor pass on his part. Isaiah McCain's at the top for the 3. It's up. It's good. Scores now 19-17 in favor of Lehigh. We have 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Central Warriors still plenty of defensive pressure in their man-to-man. Lehigh is having a little trouble getting the ball in. They're not really running and gunning, Jay. They're having a pretty good job. They're doing a pretty good job of scoring, but they got set in the offense. They're having a little bit of trouble getting the ball in the basket.
I would agree with that. Tyler Vanover there with the rebound. Out to Dalton Mullins, up quickly to Isaiah McCamus.
Good nice
look.
Pass.
Stallard with 2. There's a nice look underneath as he cuts across the lane there, and McCamus finds him for the easy layup.
Scores now tied 19-19 with 4:30 left to play. Lehigh's got the ball back down to the top of the key. We see number 12, Collier. He gets in a little bit of trouble, finds his man number 4 for the 3. Off the front of the rim, rebound pulled down by number 23. Back to the corner, number 12. Again, that's Collier. He's up for 3. It's no good off the back. Rebound number 22. He misses it as well. Loose ball. Lehigh finds the rebound. Comes up number 20. That is Collier again, and he is giving to 21-19 now is the score. Lehigh in favor. Central's back down there in the floor. Ball's being swung around up top. Dalton Mullins kicks over to the wing to Tyler Vanover. He tries to attack the lane. And it just barely falls and doesn't
Good
go
hustle
in.
getting his own rebound.
It's a loose ball, kicks it back up top to Dalton Mullins. He now attacks the lane. He's up for a layup. He misses another one. Big rebound by Ben Stallard. Pulls it down, give him 2 as well. Ben's really had a great first half here.
He really has. That's 6 points that I know of that he's gotten off of offensive rebounds. To knock the score up at 21 with 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go.
Layup missed by Lehigh. Dalton Mullins is quickly down the other way.
Another
nice
good look.
pass.
I tell you, the Warriors have missed about 5 wide open shots in the middle here.
wide open layups. They're just not getting the fall. They're getting good looks, Jay. Just can't get anything to go in underneath the basket.
Lehigh gets a timeout here called by the coach. Coach Stafford wants to talk some things over. Both teams seem to miss some easy shots here and need to settle the nerves down a little bit.
Again, we have the score at 21-21 here. It's been a pretty fast-paced up-and-down game here at Central High School Gymnasium. Both teams have missed some easy baskets. Both teams have made some nice plays as well. One thing about it, both these teams are definitely giving plenty of effort, diving around after loose balls, fighting for loose balls, getting deflections, getting hands on balls, doing everything they can to keep their teams in the game. And here we go to start the action back. 3:07 left to go in the second quarter.
Warriors coming out in the press right here. Try to get some pressure.
Lehigh does a pretty good job breaking the press, getting the ball in the middle of the floor. Central recovers and a big block there by number 30, Ben Stallard.
Hustled by Dalton
ball.
Jordan Bishop
still a loose ball,
handle, but he does get the rebound off the failed attempt by number 2 for the Warriors. Down quickly to McCamus. McCamus for 3.
This makes the score 24-21. Central still on their 2-2-1 press. Lehigh's having a good pass down to the corner, break the press, the ball back to the middle. Number 23 up for about a 10-foot jumper. It's no good either. Gets his own rebound, though. Plenty of hustle going on tonight, Jay.
Yes, there is. Both teams.
Another loose ball brought away by Elijah Hayes. He makes his way to the basket, misses the layup. Dalton Mullins comes up with the rebound. He gets fouled hard as he goes to the goal. He'll be shooting 2. The score again here as we have a break in the action. Dalton Mullins going to go to the foul line to shoot 2 shots. The score is 24-21 in favor of your Central Warriors. First shot coming here from Dalton Mullins. It is up, and it is no good. In for the Lehigh Generals is number 20. And out goes number 23. Dalton Mullins' second shot. It's up. It's good. In for the Warriors comes Tyler Vanover. And he'll be taking Ben Stallard's place.
Lance, we'll have to check there at halftime. I know we've got some different numbers in the books.
Yeah, we'll have to get some of those names correct to make sure we have the right stuff we've got.
Based on what we got. I know the Fannin twins. And
ball's back down on Zen Lehigh. Number 2 drives in, kicks it out to number 45. Who takes a nice shot fake. He's up for 3. Give him all 3 of them. It was a nice play there by number 45. Scores now 25-24. Down quickly the other way. Isaiah McCamus for 3. It's up. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by the Generals. Back down the floor we come as Lehigh sets up the offense. Number 2 makes a nice drive to the basket. Floats around on the rim for a second. It comes out no good. Jordan Bishop with the rebound. The quick out to Dalton Mullins. He's driving down to the lane. Finds Isaiah McCamus in the corner. Makes a nice move to the basket. Kicks it out to Tyler Vanover. He finds Jordan Bishop. He finds Dalton Mullins in the corner who takes a 3. It's up. It's good. Going to make the score 28-24 with a minute 20 to go here in the half.
Warriors still in the press.
Lehigh has handled the press pretty well for the most part. And we got a blocking foul called on Elijah Hayes.
That's going to be his second, the team 4th.
He slid over to try to stop the baseline. And got called for a foul.
The Warriors have done a good job. I mean, as you said, the Lehigh Generals have been breaking the press, but it seems like that maybe with a little extra pressure on them, they've taken some invalid shots here, trying to force some things outside, not being able to connect. As the Warriors are up 4, looks like we have a minute 13 seconds to go.
Clock issue there. The referee's trying to get sorted out. Had a little extra time run off. I think we're going to get it corrected right here in a second. And we're back to play. Ball's underneath the Lehigh. Back to the corner, number 45, who's up again for a 3. Jordan Bishop skies down, cannot get his hands on the rebound. It's knocked out by Lehigh to be Central Warrior basketball.
I'll tell you, Collier does a really good job. He's got a quick release.
Gets his feet set quickly, too.
Mullins set to bring the ball down the floor for the Warriors. Lehigh General still staying in that 3-2 zone.
Isaiah McCamus for 15-footer. It's up. Give him 2. Makes the score now 30-24. 45 seconds to play. Central staying in this 1-2-2 by three-quarters court press. Jay has some success here. Collier finds.
Got a
Collier's
hand
drops
on
in
it.
the middle.
Got a turnover. Moan's going to bring the ball down the floor. Let's see if they're going to wait for one. Nope. McCamus up. No good. Now let's see if they'll pull it back out. Nope. McCamus gets the rebound, puts it back up. Good for two. With 23 seconds to go, the Warriors extend their lead 32-24.
Junos break the press. Finds number 20 out here in the corner. And I got
Another
Isaiah
hand on
McCamus
it.
gets his hands on it.
McCamus. Good lead pass here. They're going to be up. Oh, they're going to call it off. No good. Offensive foul on Tyler Vanover.
Called a charge, and the basket was no good. That foul again was on Tyler Vanover. Into the game comes number 30, Ben Fowler. He's going to replace Elijah Hayes. There's 6.8 seconds left. Central had lots of pressure. Ben Fowler with it, gets hands on the last second. 2-1. Bishop with the shot at the buzzer.
Oh, no
Half
good.
court line, no good. That was an exciting first half of play there, Jason. We got the score at the end of the second quarter is now 32 for your Central Warriors, 24 for the Lehigh Generals. Pretty exciting first half that took place there, Jason. It was up and down, lots of hustle, kids getting after it, guys getting on the floor after loose balls, being handsy, getting their hands in passing lanes. Just both teams just seem to have a lot of trouble just converting on some of the easy baskets underneath the bucket.
Can't help but wonder, maybe, Lance, if being the first round of the tournament, maybe they're a little nervous. Shots that typically would fall, I know for the Warriors have not fallen. But both teams getting up down the floor really quick. And it's definitely been a fast-paced action here as the second quarter has come to an end. And both quarters really going by quick. I couldn't think of more than one or two times where a set play was ran. Other than that, it was just back and forth action all the way through.
I think too, Jake, this is probably the third time these two teams have played each other. With, of course, them being in the same conference. You know that probably at this point have each other's tendencies pretty well, know what each other brings to the table. Sometimes it's difficult to beat a team three times. And kind of, especially if the other team has been beat twice as Lehigh has by Central Warriors. You know, they got a little action grind, I guess, got a little chip on their shoulder. Want to make sure they give their best effort in the first round of the tournament.
Well, you can't help but wonder, too, if maybe the Lehigh Generals come out with a little something to prove here. As the Warriors know, they'll advance as top four teams will continue to play on into the region action. And maybe Lehigh knows that it's now or never for them, and they're maybe putting forth a little more effort than the Warriors have through the first two quarters.
Well, as the cheerleaders come onto the floor for their halftime dance, we're going to step away for just a second. We'll be back in here in a few minutes with a rundown of kind of how we think the second half is going to go. We're going to hear from our sponsors as well here in a few minutes. We're going to go quiet here for just the next few minutes. You are listening to the Sturgill Sports Media broadcast of the Warrior Nation blog, the broadcast of the first round of the district tournament playoff between the Central Warriors of Wise, Virginia, and the Lehigh Generals.
with about 5 minutes to go here at halftime. It'll be a very exciting first half that we've had here. Once again, it's your Central Warriors 32, the Lehigh Generals 24. While we got a break in action here, we're going to take a quick few minutes here and go over some of the sponsors who have been so gracious in supporting this Sturgill Sports Media broadcast of the Warrior Nation blog, the broadcast here of the first round of the district tournament games. Let's take a quick look at our sponsors. First, we have ITS, which is Ideal Technology Solutions. We also have Shade Tree Landscaping. If you've got trees that need trimmed, mulch that needs laid, bushes that need taken care of, get a hold of Shade Tree. I know those gentlemen will make sure you're taken care of the best way possible. We also have Dale's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Courtney Van Huss, which is the LuLaRoe distributor or seller that we have here in Wise, Morgan McClure Chevrolet Buick and Cadillac of Coburn, Virginia, and Robo's Driving. We'll turn it over to Jason Mullins for the next few seconds here. He's going to give you a rundown of the scores of the first half.
All right. As far as action's been pretty even thus far. At the end of the first quarter, we had the Warriors leading 14-10. And then both teams continuing in about the same pace, with the Warriors scoring 18 in the second quarter and the Lehigh Generals scoring 14 to make the score 32-24 here at the halftime. Individual stats at the half, number 2, Braden Bundy for the Lehigh Generals, coming away with 3 points at the half. Jacob Stewart, number 4, he's got 2 points. Connor Pendergraph also with 2 points. Tyler Fannin, number 20 for the Lehigh Generals, coming away with 5. Leading the scores is number 23, Jacob Whitaker for the Generals with 7 points. And then Jackson Carrier with 5 points. Now for the Warriors, Dalton Mullins with 6 points. Ben Stallard coming away with 8 points, as we said earlier. A lot of those coming off of offensive rebounds. Isaiah McCamus leading all scorers tonight with 16 points at the half. Bryson Collins with 2. So looking at the score, you see that the Lehigh Generals have 7 kids in scoring column right now, whereas the Warriors only have 4. So we look to see if maybe get some of these other kids in a little bit of action here. I know Tyler Vanover is also a good scorer for the Warriors. Just hadn't had many looks tonight. A couple outside shots that's not connected on. Had the one he took to the hole and made and was called no good, waved off after the charge was called. So the Warriors look to balance out their scoring a little bit more, keep the tempo up. Like I said before, if we can hit some of these outside shots against that 3-2 zone, maybe see if we can force the Lehigh Generals get out of their comfort zone, because they seem to be pretty comfortable right now staying in that 3-2 zone throughout the first half, whereas the Warriors have changed it up a little bit. 2 different presses. I think they was in a 2-2-1 there for a little while, and then they transitioned out of that to more of a diamond look and pressure, resorting back into a little bit of zone and man-to-man both. So Warriors have thrown a little bit more looks at the Lehigh Generals right now. And we'll see what happens here in the second half, as we're 1 minute and 45 seconds go in halftime before both teams come out to start second half action. Both teams are on the bench right now getting final instructions by their coaches. And we're about set for action here.
And once again, we would like to mention that this live broadcast of the game has been brought to you by Sturgill Sports Media. And it is a division of the Warrior Nation blog. Something new we've started here in the last couple of weeks. Friday night was the first time this had been done. We're going to try to continue to bring you these games as we are able to. If you have the tournaments, as long as both these teams, both the boys and girls teams are alive, we're going to do our very best if we can to get the logistics worked out to make sure that we're bringing you as many of those games as possible. So if you can't make it to the game for some reason, you can find the live stream broadcast of the game on the Sturgill Sports Media YouTube page. I know it's there. I'm sure the link to it as well is always on the blog and on social media all over Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, and different things. I know the Sturgill Sports Media group, they do a good job making sure they put plenty of stuff out there spotlighting the Central Warriors, spotlighting the students, spotlighting the student athletes and cheerleaders and everybody that's involved with this. They do a very good job. I'd like to thank them for the fact they're able to allow us to be able to do this and bring you this live action here from Central Warrior Gymnasium here, the first round of the playoffs.
Lance, before we get started with this second half action here, Friday night did the broadcast with Chris Davis, who stood in for your absence there. Tell the folks here where you was at there over the weekend.
Well, me and my wife, Hattie, welcomed our first little baby girl into the family. So we were doing that Thursday night and into Friday, and she's been such a blessing. We're so glad to have her here and kind of see how she kind of continues to grow as she gets bigger and bigger. As we start the game off here, the Central Warriors have the basketball, and they get a quick look underneath number 44, Bryson Collins, who puts it up for two. Scores now 34-24 in favor of the Central Warriors. Lehigh's very quickly down to the other end of the court. The ball gets kicked out to the corner. Back here to number 45, back to the corner of 23. He's up for three. Off the back glass, no good. Ben Stout with another rebound, Jason. He's got to be flirting with a double-double tonight.
I believe so.
Back down quick on the other end. Isaiah McCamus is a good look at the three. It rattles around the rim and pops out. The Generals with the rebound and racing back down to the other end of the floor.
Warriors still in their man-to-man defense here. The Generals setting up an offense.
It's like the Warriors have jumped into a little bit of a zone here. It's like a little high-pressure zone that they're doing, giving the Warriors or the Generals a little bit of a problem there. A quick shot there by number 4, about a 10-footer. It's no good. Dalton Owens with the rebound. He heads down the other way. Skip pass up to Isaiah McCamus. Gets deflected. The Central Warriors regain possession. We get a quick look underneath the basket to Bryson Collins. A good pass there by Dalton Owens. He goes up for two, and he's fouled, giving both of them. And he's going to be going to the foul line to complete the three-point play. Score is now 36-24 in favor of your Central Warriors.
You mentioned about playing each other. This being the third time they played. It seems like the Warriors kind of know that the Generals, like to have figured out that the Warriors like to get the ball up quick, transition, and they kind of play in the sleeper zone here, forcing them into taking the long court pass, but they're ready for it. That's about 3 or 4 they've had.
Bryson Collins made the foul shot to make it 37-24. And back down the court was the Generals very quickly as number 23 went up for the layup, and he made it as well. So it's now 26-37 in favor of your Central Warriors. The Warriors have the ball at the top of the key. Dalton Owens takes a three. It's no good off the back of the rim. Rebound pulled down by the Generals. Back down the floor comes the Generals as well. Got a deflection. They managed to regain the loose ball. Ball gets kicked to the top of the key to number 45 for the Generals. He's dribbling around trying to find an open area. And the Warriors step back into the zone. It's giving the Generals a little bit of problems here. Kind of a different look and playing such pressure man-to-man to start the game off with. This is giving them some problems. Still passing the ball around the top of the key, going back and forth trying to find an open area.
That's a deep three.
It's a deep three, but number 45, it was close. But
there's Ben Stallard once again with another rebound up quick. Tyler Van over, and there he is. Right back into action. As we said, we need to get him in the scoring column, and he does.
He goes up for the layup, and he's fouled, makes the basket, giving both of them. He's going to the line to complete the three-point play. Score is now 39-26. Central Warriors, and we have a timeout called by Lehigh. The Warriors have gone on a little bit of a run. It looks like it's been about a 7-2 run. And the Generals have called a timeout to kind of help break the momentum a little bit and talk about what they need to do to kind of help attack this zone a little bit better.
Well, attack, I think, is the key word there, Lance. They moved the ball really well in the first half, penetrating, trying to get the ball to the middle of the floor and break down the Warriors. But now that the Warriors have extended in this 3-2 zone, a lot of standing around for Lehigh, not a lot of cuts, not real sure what to do. And I think as a result of that, we're seeing some three-pointers that's just taken out of frustration, not sure because nobody's moving, taking a shot. And they're not following, which has allowed the Warriors to extend their lead 39-26 as we're back into action. Tyler Vanover on the free throw line to finish the old-fashioned three-point play here.
Takes his time at the foul line. Shot is up, and it is good. Makes the score now 40-26. You see that the Warriors are still in about a half-court press. Lehigh brings the ball down the court. Dribbles over and gets into the trap, finds the middle of the floor. Number 23 kicks it over number 45 at the wing. He's dribbling around trying to find an open area. Again, not a lot of movement by Lehigh. Not a lot of movement at all. It kind of looked a little bit confused with this zone that the Warriors were in still yet. Number 4, that's a nice turnaround jumper there for about 12 feet. But number 4 for Lehigh, that is Jacob Stewart. Jacob Stewart balls quickly down the other way for the Central Warriors. Dalton Mullins kicks it over to the left wing to Isaiah McCamus, who drives into the lane, finds Tyler Vanover in the corner for three. It's
Oh,
up,
in and out.
In and out, no good. Rebound by the Generals, and they're racing back down the floor the other direction. Ben Stallard stops the ball. Get back to the top of the key, number 45, who kicks it down to the corner for number 23. Number 4 again in the middle of the floor. It's a 7-foot jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by number 12, who I believe it's Connor Pendergraft. He is fouled on the shot. Bucket is good. He's going to go to the line to shoot one more to make it a 3-point play. The score is now 40-30 in favor of your Central Warriors.
I believe that foul was on Dalton Mullins. It'll be his first, team first here in the second half. As Pendergraft goes to the line for 2 shots and a chance to cut into this Warrior lead. The first one up, and it's good. Just seal off the old-fashioned 3-point play and make it a 9-point game, 31-40. Warriors with the lead and the basketball as Mullins has the ball, bringing it down the floor over to McCamus.
Entry pass in to Ben Stallard from the corner by Tyler Vanover, and he is fouled. He is trying to receive the pass. We got a hold on the Generals. Into the game checks Elijah Hayes for the Central Warriors. He's coming in for number 44, Bryson Collins. The Warriors are set up in a box. Isaiah McCamus is taking the ball underneath the basket. The Warriors find a quick entry pass to Ben Stallard that kind of caught the Lehigh Generals off guard. He's back up for 2 more. Scores now 42-31. Down comes the Generals. Back down the floor. Back working through their offense. Now it looks like the Warriors have jumped back into a man-to-man. Number 20 drives by under Isaiah McCamus. He's up for a 10-foot jumper. It's no good.
Have a jump ball possession arrow going in the favor of the Lehigh Generals.
Ball's back underneath for Lehigh. They get ready to run their set play, the inbounds play. Ball is down to the corner of number 23. Big block by Ben Stallard in the save. Just saved it back in. Lehigh gets a loose ball. Number 12 is
Another block by
Elijah
Hayes this time.
Hayes. And the ball goes out on Lehigh. The Central Warrior basketball. In checks to the game is number 22 for Lehigh, who is Dylan Sandon. 2
good hustle plays there by the Warriors on defense. Looked like they was going to be open for a shot, and out of nowhere, Ben Stallard comes away with the block, and then Elijah Hayes with another. Warriors ball. Mullins brings the ball down the floor. Lehigh Generals have changed it up a little bit and are now in a 2-3 zone, and we got a foul underneath.
Amos went up high there to get the pass off the backboard, and he was a little bit undercut. He was coming down. We got a foul called on Lehigh.
The foul was on 23, and he's going to go to the bench, take a breather as number 12, Pendergraft, comes in his place.
On the set play, ball thrown in to Tyler Vanover. Can't get the handle on it. Loose ball recovered by the Warriors. Isaiah McCamus up for 3.
It's good.
Give him all 3 of them. Scores now 45-31 in favor of the Central Warriors. We have 3:30 left to play in the third quarter. As Lehigh drives down the floor, this Warriors back into man-to-man. And we've got a quick foul called there, I believe, on number 12. The Central Warriors, that will be Tyler Vanover. A little too much, a little too handsy on that drive. Got called for the foul there, Jason.
That'll be Tyler's second foul, the team's second here in the second quarter. As Ben Stallard is going to go out and take a well-deserved break. He's been really hustling and been on the boards, played really solid through the first 3 quarters. And Jordan Bishop comes in to take his place. Ball's out to number 2, Bundy, as he's commanding the Generals to set up, got a screen.
And a nice job there by Tyler Vanover, giving plenty of ball pressure. Got the 5-second call and turned over to Lehigh Generals.
So with 3 minutes and 24 seconds to go, the Warriors are up 45-31 as Mullins brings the ball down the floor.
Lehigh is down still in that 2-3 zone. We find the ball down in the corner. Isaiah McCamus is up for 3. And it doesn't even touch the rim. Give him all 3 of them. Scores now 48-31. Lehigh brings the ball back down the floor, directed by number 2. That's Bundy. Got on the ball screen for him by Pendergraft. And it had a trap there by the Warriors. Got a foul called on, I believe, Tyler Vanover.
That's going to be his third, Lance.
Be his third foul. He was trying to complete the trap over there. Got a little too much body involved.
Isaiah's gone down and started running the baseline 2 possessions in a row, and it's really paid off well for him as he's knocked down 2 threes. And when he gets hot, he can take any team out of a zone and pull you out real quick.
We got another quick foul there by Elijah Hayes. Lehigh Generals number 4, that would be Jacob Stewart, drove to the basket, and Elijah Hayes tried to slide over and make a charge and didn't get there in time and got called for the block.
That's going to be his third foul. He's going to go and watch for a little while, and Bryson Collins comes in to take his place.
First foul shot there for Stewart was no good. Score still 48-31. Second one is up, and it's good. Score is now 48-32. And here comes the Warriors very quickly down the floor. Lehigh's trying to extend the pressure a little bit. Finds Isaiah McCamus again.
That's
in the wing for a 3. I think that's 3 straight for him, Jay. Scores now 51-32. 9 straight points for Isaiah McCamus.
Tyler needs to be careful out here. He's playing really good defense. We don't need to foul. He's got 3, according to my stats. Of course, they are unofficial.
Warriors with the ball again off the deflection. They come away with it. Lehigh is kind of extending the pressure a little bit, Jay. They're trying to do a little bit of trapping. Dalton Mullins picks the ball up in the corner where he's trapped, finds Bryson Collins underneath, who's up and in for 2. A nice look there by Dalton Mullins. Not being flushed by the pressure. He's taking his time, finding the open man. Back comes down the floor comes Lehigh. To be number 4, that's Stewart. Kicks it over to number 20, who's in the lane, up for 2 underneath.
They've been ready for a travel there. It was a good move. Just shuffled his feet there at the end.
Checking in for Lehigh Generals is number 13. That would be Fannin. And he would be taking the place of number 12. That is Pendergrass. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 53-32 is your score with the Central Warriors in the favor. And Brown brings the general there, Dalton Mullins.
Generals looks like they've gone to a 1-3-1 here, but McCamus takes a little turnaround jumper at the free throw line, and it's good.
That's 11 straight for him, Jay.
I believe you're right.
Still lots of pressure being applied here by the Central Warriors. That's number 4, Jacob Stewart, finds a little bit of a seam, gets a shot up, but he gets fouled on the shot across the arm. We'll be shooting 2. Once again, 144.
I believe that foul was called on Jordan Bishop. That's going to be his first, the team 5th.
144 left to go, and the third quarter score is 55-32 in favor of Central Warriors. First foul shot's up and good. Into the game checks number 23 and number 45 for the Lehigh Generals.
Trey Mullins set to come in for the Warriors to give Bryson Collins a breather here.
I don't have the number 23 on my roster, but 45 is Jacob Whitaker. Is that correct, Jay?
That's what I have. I have 23 as
second shot up and good as well. 55-34, 140 to play. Here comes the Warriors back down the floor. Lehigh's trying to apply a whole bunch of pressure, trying to trap. Isaiah McCamus for another 3, just a little bit long. Loose ball pulled in by Dalton Mullins, kicked over to the corner to Isaiah McCamus, who finds a lane, and he is fouled on the drive. Looks like it will be on the floor, and that foul is going to go against number 45 of Lehigh. That means Lehigh now has 5 team fouls. The Central Warriors have 5 team fouls as well.
I have that as Collier's first.
Quick cut to the basket by Jordan Bishop. Can't find the layup. Good rebound coming in by Trey Mullins. And as he is going up for the layup, he gets fouled, so he's going to go to the line to shoot 2 as well.
I think some of the general faithfuls down here was wanting that to be an over the back. First one's up and no good.
Score still 55-34. 124 left to play in the third quarter in favor of your Central Warriors. Second one up and no good as well. Loose ball brought in by the Lehigh Generals. That's number 2, Bundy. He's down the floor very quickly. Up and give him 2. 36-55. Quickly comes the Warriors down the other direction. Isaiah McCamus is getting trapped at the top of the key. They turn him over. Number 4 breaks to the basket. He goes up for a layup as well. That's good, too. Turnover turns into 2 points. 38-55. Minute to go in the third quarter. Lehigh has extended the pressure a little bit here. So the Warriors giving a little bit of trouble, trying to trap on the corners. Ball goes over to the left wing to Isaiah McCamus, who kicks it back up to the top to Dalton Mullins, who finds a little lane and penetrates. Kicks it over to the wing to Tyler Vanover. It goes back to the top to Dalton Mullins, who then finds Isaiah McCamus in the corner. He has a nice pass to Trey Mullins, but he can't convert on the 2. Lehigh with the rebound coming back down the other way.
35 seconds to go. Three-pointer by
Jacob Stewart just stepped into that one nice and rhythm, looked good coming out and went in. Scores now 55-41, 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Pressure's giving the Warriors a little bit of trouble here. They're turned him over a few times. As Isaiah drives to the basket, breaks the pressure. He gets fouled on the way to the lane as he's shooting the layup, and he will go to the line to shoot two as well. Score again, 55-41, 17.9 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
the last 3 or 4 possessions. The Warriors have kind of done as the Generals were doing in the first half. As when the Generals were getting pressured up top, the rest of them were standing around. Not a lot of movement right now out of the Warriors on offense. McCamus does a good job of taking it to the hole there and drawing the foul and knocks down the first free throw, making it 56-41 as Ben Brickey checks in for Trey Mullins. And that's a good sign, though, when you can take freshmen out and put a freshman in their place.
Good point, Jay. It's a good sign for the future. Isaiah McCamus' second foul shot. It's up and good, too. Scores now 57-41. 15 seconds and counting here. I believe Lehigh's going to try for the last shot. Dalton Owens applying plenty of pressure. Top the key. Got a switch. Number 2 drives in for the layup. And as number 2, that will be Braden Bundy as he goes up for the layup. He is fouled by number 12, I believe, Tyler Vanover.
That's going to be his 4th. So with 4.9 seconds to go, Bundy to the free throw line. First one up, and it's good. To make the score 42-57.
I think the board's got Tyler as having 3 fouls there, Jay.
That might explain why he was still in the ball game.
Second one's good, too. Ball's in quickly. Dalton Owens 3. Come down the floor. Trying to find a space. Throws up a shot at the buzzer. Off the backboard, no good. At the end of the third quarter, we have your score, your Central Warriors 57. The visiting Lehigh Generals are 43. As the cheerleaders come on here, but the in-between quarters cheer. We'll flip it over to Jay real quick, and he's going to give you a quick rundown of the scores of the third quarter.
Well, 2 individuals that stood out in the third quarter here. First of all, for Lehigh, Braden Bundy comes away. He had 4 points, and then the hot hand for the Generals in that corner was Jacob Stewart, number 4, as I've got him down for 10 points in the quarter, and Connor Pendergraph added 3 points as well for Lehigh. The hot hand, obviously, for the Warriors in that quarter was Isaiah McCamus, who came away with 15 points. Tyler Vanover was able to get on the board with 3. Ben Stallard with 2. Bryson Collins scoring early for the Warriors, come away with 7 points in that quarter. So the Warriors were able to extend their lead a little bit, now up by 14 points as we begin the 4th and final period of action here. It'll be the Warriors' ball.
Ben Stallard is coming over to throw the ball in to looks like to be Isaiah McCamus to get the fourth quarter started.
Warriors going out with their starting 5 as Vanover's back into the game. Looks like we've got a full court here, man-to-man by Lehigh.
Isaiah McCamus on the curl off the screen, up and in, giving 2, about a 10-foot jumper. That makes the score now 59-43. Back comes down the court, comes Lehigh. It's number 2, Braden Bundy. He's trying to find an area to get into to find somebody open. He kicks the ball over to number 23 for Lehigh, who finds the ball to number 4, who drives into the lane. Puts the ball up off the glass. It's no good. Tyler Vanover with the rebound. The Warriors sprint down the other way. Dalton Mullins brings the ball down the floor. Lehigh still. It's extending the pressure a little bit.
Good no-look pass inside of
Very
Bryson
nice
Collins.
pass to Isaiah McCamus into Bryson Collins. It's up. It's good. Score is now 61-43. 7:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball gets kicked out to the corner to number 23, or number 13, for Lehigh. He finds the lane down to the baseline, cut off by Bryson Collins. Ball gets kicked to the top of the key. Number 4, that's Stewart. Stewart kicks it over to number 23. 23 drives to the middle of the lane. Gets met in the middle by Dalton Mullins, but he's up, and it's good. Give him 2, 61-45. Ball headed back down the other direction. Up quickly to Tyler Vanover. Finds Ben Stallard cutting down the lane. He finds Bryson Collins underneath as he goes up for 2. He is looks like he is fouled on the arm, and he'll be taking 2 shots. That is now 18 fouls for Lehigh. We'll be shooting in the bonus from here on the rest of the way.
Lance, I believe I have number 13 for Lehigh Generals. That's Justin Fannin.
Okay, Justin Fannin.
The Warriors are loaded with Mullenses, and the Generals are loaded with Fannons.
First one's up and good for Bryson Collins, 62-45, 6:44 to go. The second one is up and good as well, 63-45. Here comes Lehigh back down the floor.
Both teams have shot really well from the free throw line tonight.
Bundy is trying to find an area. He kicks the ball to the top to number 23. 23 flips it over to number 4 to the right wing. That is Stewart. Stewart drives baseline, gets cut off by McCamus. He kicks it over to number 45. That is Whitaker, who finds, dribbling around, trying to find some space up top, guarded by Isaiah McCamus. He flips the ball over to number 2. That's Bundy. Bundy finds a good crossover into the lane. Kicks it to the corner, number 23, who's up for 3. Off the front end, Ben Stallard pulls down with another really nice rebound. Very quickly to Dalton Mullins, who pushes the ball down the floor, finds Ben Stallard wide open underneath, who kicks it back out to Tyler Vanover for a 3. I think he probably should have shot that one, Jay.
I believe so. He's wide open. I think now he regrets he didn't. But Bryson Collins with the offensive rebound and the putback, give him 2. That's 6 points for Bryson Collins right off the bat here in the fourth quarter, as he's leading the scores for the Warriors here in the fourth period of action.
The lead's now pushed to 20, 65-45 with 5:40 left to go. Lehigh's having a little trouble finding any area. That's nice. That was a nice drive there by number 2, Braden Bundy, who gives it into the lane, gets a layup, give him 2, scores down 65-47.
The Generals showing a lot of speed up there at the number 1 and 2 position. Both guards are able to move really well.
Pass down to Bryson Collins, gets mishandled and goes out of bounds. The turnover, Lehigh basketball checking into the game will be number 20. That is Collier.
As Fannin takes a break for the Lehigh Generals.
And we're back under action here. 5:15 to go in the fourth quarter. 65-47 is the score. Number 4, Stewart, drives in, finds number 20 underneath. Will turn around jumper in the lane over top of the defender there. Give him 2, 65-49.
We talked about the freshman for the Warriors. That's a freshman there for the Lehigh Generals, showing good poise inside.
Ben Stallard gets the ball underneath on a nice pass. Can't convert on the layup. Very quickly comes Lehigh down the other way. That's a little out of control. Couldn't get his feet underneath it and misses the layup. And back comes the Warriors. Dalton Mullins down to the top of the key. Finds Tyler Vanover over the top. Dalton Mullins going to bring it out. Dribbles some time away. Finds Isaiah McCamus in the corner, who kicks it underneath to Ben Stallard wide open. He gets it to make that 67-49 in favor of the Central Warriors. Another nice pass there by Isaiah McCamus. Found the pressure, got the double team, didn't panic, found the open man, got an easy bucket for Ben Stallard.
With the pressure that the Warriors are facing out by the Lehigh Generals, they're finding some easy looks inside.
Deep 3 by number 4 is no good. Isaiah McCamus comes down with the rebound, finds it quickly to Tyler Vanover. He goes up for the layup, give him 2. 69-49 now, 4 minutes to go in the game. Down comes Lehigh. And we have a timeout called by the Lehigh Generals. It's going to be a full timeout. And the score once again, 4:05 left to go in the fourth quarter, 69-49. You are listening to the Warrior Nation live broadcast, which is a production of Sturgeon Sports Media, the first round of the district tournament playoff against the Lehigh Generals and the Central Warriors.
Well, we've got a break in the action here. Once again, we want to go down our list of sponsors here. If you use these guys as their services, make sure you heard about it. Tell them you heard about it here on the broadcast. Obviously, we're being broadcasted through the Warrior Nation blog here, and our sponsors are ITS, Ideal Technological Solutions, Shade Tree Landscaping, Dale's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgeon Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, and Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Courtney Van Huss, your LuLaRoe dealer, Morgan McClure Chevrolet, Buick and Cadillac of Coburn, Virginia, and Robo's Drive-In. We'll be back in action tomorrow night as our girls will be taking on the Union Bears. Girls getting a bye through the first round and will play Union. This will be their 4th time that they've actually played, as they saw each other in a little preseason tournament action as well. And that's the only blemish on the Lady Warriors record has been the the Union Bears. And that'll be here tomorrow night with 2 games. That'll be the second game. First game being other girls' second round action. Lehigh down quick with the shot. That's going to be Number 4 with the shot, Stewart, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds by Bryson Collins, and it will retain the Warriors basketball, or the Generals basketball, I'm sorry.
That's the number 2, Bundy up for the layup, couldn't convert. It's a loose ball that comes away. Collins went up for rebound, couldn't get his hands on it, so the loose ball comes back to the Generals. Ball gets thrown underneath number 20 to number 20. That would be Collier.
Bryson Collins with another block.
Quickly down the other way comes Isaiah McCamus, who finds Dalton Mullins at the top of the key. He finds Ben Stout out in the corner. Up for 3, and it's no good. Rebound pulled down by the Generals. Here they come the other way. Ball's up quickly. Number 22 to find a nice outlet pass. Can't convert on the layup. Gets his own rebound. Still can't convert on the layup. 23 comes down with it. He goes up. He gets fouled. Doesn't convert, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Several good looks there by the Lehigh Generals. You can't help but wonder if maybe their legs might be a little bit tired. Not a lot of substitutions on their part, and it has been a fast-paced game. And usually the first thing that goes your legs when you start noticing them shots are hitting the front of the rim.
Well, I just got a score update from the other playoff game going on down in Big Stone tonight. After 3, Ridgeview is up on Union 40-38.
Both shots are good, making your score 51-69 with 3:08 to go. Your Warriors with the lead. Pass inside to Bryson Collins, who goes up for what looked to maybe be a jam.
He was
but
going
he's going to
to
be fouled in the action.
He was
One thing about Bryson, if he gets a look, he's going to try to dunk it. Not sure who the foul was called on. That anyway will be Lehigh's 9th foul, as the first one's in and out, no good. Second shot.
Scores now 69-51, 3 minutes to go. Second shot is up. It's good. Make it 70-51 in favor of the Warriors. Down quickly comes the Lehigh Generals. Attacking the Central Warrior defense. 23 has the ball at the top of the key. He finds number 4 again, Jacob Stewart in the middle of the lane. That shot is blocked by
Bryson
Collins. And ball is out of bounds. It'll be Lehigh basketball. Ball was deflected by Isaiah McCamus. Generals regain possession of it. Ball goes down to the corner. Number 22 takes a 3. It's no good off the back iron. Number 22 comes away with the rebound. It's no good. Number 4's ball is top of the key. Number 2, it's Bundy. He attacks the middle, kicks out to number 20, who's Collier, who shoots a 3. It's up, it's in, give him 3. 54-70 is now your score. 2:30 to go. Down comes the Warriors on the other end. Ball gets kicked to the middle. At the top of the key to Dalton Mullins, who gets the ball knocked away from him by number 4, that's Stewart, who then goes up for the layup, and that's good as well. A little bit of a collision there. Guys got tangled up. Everybody's helping each other up there. It's good to see good sportsmanship by both those teams. We go back down the other way. We have 2 minutes to go. It's 56-70. Lehigh still trying to give some pressure. Dalton Mullins finds the open man. Isaiah McCamus drives down the lane. Avoids the defense. That's up. Give him 2. 72-56. 2 minutes to go.
Said earlier maybe they was losing their legs. I don't think that's the case. As both teams still up and down the court really fast. And the Warriors look like they're making mass substitution to get some of these guys on the bench a little bit of action. Maybe rest the legs of these starters here for their second round action later in the week. Nope, Coach McCamus puts them back on the bench and looked at the scoreboard a little closer than I think he thought it was.
Yeah, Jacob Stewart there with the drive got fouled on the shot. He was shooting 2. Foul was caught on Ben Stout with the block.
Yep, the first one's up and it's good.
The Generals are shooting 1-1. The Central Warriors have 18 fouls. The Lehigh Generals have 19 fouls. Second shot up.
In and out.
Ben Stout with the rebound. Jay, we're going to have to check that. I'm pretty sure he's got a double-double tonight. Nice pass across to Bryson Collins, who loses the handle on it, but it comes off the Lehigh defender. It will stay Central Warrior basketball. I'll tell you what, Ben Stout has really played really well tonight. He's been hustled, been in the right spot at the right time. Ball gets kicked in to Bryson Collins, who misses the 15-foot jumper. Loose ball out of bounds. It would be Lehigh basketball.
So with 1 minute and 44 to go, the Warriors are up 72-57.
Lehigh brings the ball down. That'll be Bundy. Finds the middle of the lane. He goes up. Bryson Collins tries the block, misses the ball, gets him on the arm. The basket goes in. So go ahead and give him 2 points. He'll go to the line to shoot the extra foul shot. Scores now 72-59. We have 1:37 to play.
Shots up. It's good. He completes the old-fashioned three-pointer. We got a 12-point ball game here with 1:36 to go. The Warriors bring the ball down the floor.
Lehigh's extending the pressure still, trying to cause some problems. He has kind of nice passes. Isaiah finds the middle of the floor, finds Ben Stowell underneath, balls back to the top, kicks it out to Isaiah McCamus for three. It's no good. Dalton Mullins with the hustle, with the rebounds. He's going to drill the ball back out to the top of the key, try to kill some time. He's getting pressured a little bit, and we have a foul there to help stop the clock. That will be on number 4. That is Jacob Stewart, and Tyler Venner is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
That's Stewart's second. That'll be the team 10th foul as the Warriors will shoot 2 shots from here on out. Warriors with 9 team fouls.
Tyler gets ready here. Tyler Venner, number 12, gets ready to take his first attempt at a foul shot. It is up, and it's good. Makes the score 73-60. 1:16 to play. I tell you what, Jay, Lehigh has not quit. They have not quit. Check into the game here is number 34, Dustin Barker. He'll be checking out for Ben Stowell, who just played an excellent basketball game tonight.
He played a well-deserved getting a hand of applause here from his teammates as well as the fans, and it's well-deserved on his behalf. He's done a lot of those things that you don't always get noted for.
Second shot's up and good for Tyler, 74-60, as Brody Allison checks in for him, and he gets a well-deserved hand from the crowd and his fans and his players as well. Down comes the floor, comes Lehigh. That's number 2, Bundy. He finds his way into the lane, shoots a layup. It's no good. Ball comes out to Bryson Collins, who is standing out of bounds and didn't know it, so we'll retain Lehigh basketball.
So with 1:08 to go, the Warriors are up 14 points, 74-60. Lehigh inbounds the ball. Find number 23 in the corner, takes the 3. It's no good. Ball's tipped away, and I believe it's going to be Warriors basketball.
You're correct, Jake.
That was Jacob Whitaker with the shot earlier, just off the rim. Barker set the inbounds to play. Mullins has the ball, and we are now under a minute to play here at Central High School. McCamus with the ball. I think a foul's going to be called on number 20. That's Fannin. Isaiah McCamus to go to the line.
Isaiah did a pretty good job there trying to dribble it around and waste as much time as possible. He knew the foul was coming. So he tried to knock a few extra seconds off the clock. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. The first one is up, and it's good. 75-60 now. In check for the Warriors, number 52, Trey Mullins. Number 10, Ben Brickey. Out goes Bryson Collins, and number 15, Dalton Mullins.
McCamus perfect from the line so far. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Yeah, I might have just jinxed him, Coach. Timeout taken by the Lehigh Generals. A full timeout. So with 53.5 seconds to play here, the first round action of the conference tournament, or district tournament, we have your Central Warriors 75, the visiting Lehigh Generals 60.
Stick around for us after the game. We'll try to get you all the stats and statistics that we can get for you, and plus we may be able to drag some of these guys in and get a little post-game interview as we did the last time.
Once again, you are listening to the Central Warrior, Warrior Nation blog broadcast of the first round of the playoff game here. This broadcast is brought to you by Sturgill Sports Media.
ITS, your ideal technological solutions. Shade Tree Landscaping, Dell's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Courtney Van Hoof, your LuLaRoe Diller, and Morgan McClure Chevrolet, Buick, and Cadillac of Coburn, Virginia, as well as Robo's Drive-In as McCamus comes back to the line. And let's make sure I didn't jink him, and it's up. I did.
And he did.
So sorry about that, Isaiah.
Rebound comes down to number 23 for Lehigh, who brings it down and shoots a quick 3. Doesn't touch anything. It goes out. Will be Central Warrior basketball.
Trey Mullins set the inbounds the ball. Isaiah McCamus has it with a 15-point lead and 38 seconds to go.
We'll do our best here. It looks like we try to dribble at the top. Ball comes to the top to Dustin Barker. He drives to the middle of the lane, kicks it out to Ben Brickey. Got a little bit of a delay game here. Dustin Barker goes to the basket for 2. Up and in, giving both of them. It was a nice drive there by Dustin Barker. 20 seconds to go, 77-60 is the score. 15 to go. Lehigh comes down
Looking for a quick way to get the quick three in. Number 22 takes the quick three. It's in and out.
In
no
and
good.
out. Ben Bricky with the rebound. I think he's going to be fouled on the rebound by number 12. Let's see, maybe Pendergraph. Let's see who it's called, and it is. It's going to be on Pendergraph.
9.2 seconds left to go here. 77-60 is your score in favor of your Central Warriors.
That'll be Pendergraph's third as Ben Bricky goes to the free throw line, shooting 2 as the Warriors are in the super bonus here. First shot's up, off the front of the rim, no good. Elijah Hayes set in to check in for Isaiah McCamus, who will take a well-deserved break for the night. Second shot is up, and it's good to extend the lead 78-60 with 9.2 seconds to go.
Lehigh comes down, trying to find a quick way to get a couple extra baskets in. Number 12 up to the rim. It's no good. Trey almost pulls down the rebound, and that will run out the clock for the first round of the district tournament here from Central High School Gymnasium. It's your Central Warriors 78, the visiting Lehigh Generals 60. We'll be back here in just a second. We're going to take a quick second here. We're going to run down our sponsors real quick, and we'll be back in just a second here after we run our sponsors down. We'll have some interviews here with the kids. We'll have Coach McCamus over as well. We'll be back here in just a second. Once again, here's a broadcast of Sturgill Sports Media, the Warrior Nation blog. I can once again take the time here to thank all of our sponsors who helped us out with this. ITS, Ideal Technology Solutions, Shade Tree Landscaping, Dale's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Courtney Van Hush, your Luther Road dealer here in Wise, Morgan McClure, Chevrolet Buick Cadillac in Coburn, Virginia, and Robo's Drive-In. If you would like to become a sponsor, I know there's not much time left in the season. We're going to try to continue to do this here for as long as we can, as long as our teams are still going. If you would like to become a sponsor here for the Sturgill Sports Media or for the Warrior Nation blog, please email Sturgill Sports Media at evansturgillphotography.com. One more time, that is Sturgill Sports Media at evansturgillphotography.com. We'll be back here in just a second. Hang around. Don't leave yet. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. We're going to have Coach McCamus online. We're going to have a couple of players with us as well, doing some interviews, kind of talking about how the games are going to be going on here for the next opponent for the next couple of weeks on into the regional games as well. So don't leave yet. We'll be back here in just a second. And while we're waiting on the players and Coach McCamus to get up here for the post-game interviews, Jason Mullins is going to take a second here and give you a rundown of the score, a rundown of the players' scores as well for the game tonight.
All right, for the Central Warriors, we'll just go straight down the list here. I got Ben Bricky with 1 point on the night. Tyler Vanover comes away with 7 points on the night, all in the second quarter. Dalton Mullins finished the game with 6. All those were in the first half. Ben Stallard, who we've done said has played a really good game tonight, crashing the boards really hard, but also finished the game with 12 points. Most of those offensive putbacks. Give me a second here. Isaiah McCamus is going to finish the game with I got him for 33 points. Of course, these are going to be unofficial because we were announcing and trying to keep up with stats as we went. Got Dustin Barker with 2 coming in off the bench there late. Bryson Collins finishes the game with 16 points. And that totaled up for the Warriors there for their final score of, I think it was 78-60. Rundown scores for the Lehigh Generals. Braden Bundy finishes the game with 13 points. Jacob Stewart is going to finish the game with 13 points. Connor Pendergraph is going to finish the game with 5 points. Tyler Fannin comes away with 10 points on the night. Jacob Whitaker will finish the game with 9 points, and Jackson Collier with 5 points on the night. As we said before, this is the third time they meet. The Warriors were able to defeat the Lehigh Generals all 3 times. And we'll move on to action, and we'll play, I believe, Lance, the winner of the Ridgeview and Union basketball
we
game.
have a score for that game, Jason. I've just got an update here. There's just a few seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Seems like Union must have turned it on late. As of right now, it is 63-51 with only a few seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. So it looks like I would assume that the Central Warriors will be playing Union.
I believe they'll play the Union Bears Thursday night over at Gate City, who will be hosting the boys' action. The girls' action will be right here at Central High School. As we said, our girls will be hosting the Union Bears tomorrow night. And the first game I'm wanting to say is going to be Ridgeview and Abington, maybe. I don't know on that for certain. But I know there's a game at 6, and our girls will follow action at 7:30. So a big night tonight for the Warriors. We got a player going to come out here, and we'll get his thoughts on the game, as well as Coach McCamus after they come out of the locker room here. Watching the Lehigh Generals play for 3 times, I know they had maybe a coaching change there earlier in the season. They didn't lack from hustle, that's for certain. They always played extremely hard. Not a lot of size, but I tell you what, they play with a lot of heart, get to the rim. And based on their roster, from what we know of, I think they only boast maybe 1-2 seniors at the most, and playing a lot of freshmen. And so as a result of that, we expect good things from Lehigh next year. Coming out of the locker room now, we have Ben Stallard, who we're going to get his thoughts on the game. As we done said, we don't officially have it down, but having for 13 rebounds. Of course, Coach Potter would have to give us the official stats on that, but just a really good game, good hustle. But we'll turn the mic over here to Ben for a second. Lance, let you ask him a couple questions here.
Sit on down here, Ben. Yeah, sit down right here. Ben, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you on a hard-fought game tonight. Come away with the win. Yeah. We'd like to see that as well. What we have you down for tonight is 13 rebounds and 12 points, which is definitely a double-double. We've noticed as we were watching this, not just tonight, but all throughout the year, you're the guy that does the dirty work. The guy that puts in a little bit of hustle, puts in the extra effort if he needs to during the game. Is that something you take a little pride in?
Yeah. I mean, I'm only like 6 foot, Coach has always told me just, get the scraps, get the rebounds, and most importantly, just play hard. And I just try to put that in there. Like, I focus on little things, I guess, not just three-pointers. I mean, rebounds mean just as much as a dunk to me, and three-pointers and all that. So I just basically take little things into consideration.
Being, like I say, we noticed that tonight. Thought you had an excellent game tonight. What are your thoughts going on? I guess we've got probably going to be playing Union coming up here in the next couple of days. What are your thoughts on how that? I know we've split with them throughout the season. Play with them really well here later on. Both games have been close games. What are your thoughts going into that one later on?
Well, I mean, we're on a winning streak, so we definitely have momentum on our side. So I feel like if we just keep that momentum, keep playing as a family, and playing hard as Coach tells us before every game, I think we'll be able to pull out our third win against them.
All right. Appreciate it being a good game tonight. Go in there and get you a rest and get some relaxation. Be ready to fire it up here in the next couple of days. Thank you.
We'll have Coach Wilson come in here now. At this time, Coach James tied up with the papers right now, so Coach Wilson can come in and get his final thoughts on the ball game.
Coach, glad to have you here. Glad to be here. We got a couple questions we're going to ask you. We won't keep you too long. First of all, pretty good effort tonight by the boys. Thought they fought hard, played really well, had some good hustle most of the night, plenty of effort. What do you got any thoughts on how the game went tonight?
Yeah, real good effort. Really proud of Ben Stout right there. He was crashing the offensive boards early on, kind of gave us a good spark. Came out a little uptight. It was tight home game here. A lot of pressure on us, but we overcame a lot of that pressure and played really hard defensively. Held them in check in the first half and rode that into the second half, and good victory for us.
Hard to play a team 3 times.
Yeah, it's hard to beat a team 3 times.
Exactly.
Yes.
So what? All right. So now we kind of looking forward here to the next couple of days, and heading on into the regional tournament. What's kind of the mindset there of the coaches and the boys here as we head into some of these bigger games? We move on to this tournament, into the regional tournament.
I think right now the mindset is getting ready for we assume Union. We haven't seen the results of that game tonight, but we're kind of assuming that we'll be looking to have the seeds hold, getting ready for Union. Be the third matchup with them. We split with them. We each won each home game, so be excited and get ready for a rubber match with them on a neutral court. Obviously our eyes are would love to be on that championship game Saturday night. But first things first, we got to take care of Union or Ridgeview on Thursday night.
All right, Coach. We appreciate your time this evening. Looking forward to seeing the boys continue to work through and continue to see them win games after the rest of the year.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Before we sign off here, I'm going to get Jason to come back in. We're going to run down one more time real quick our sponsors that are so gracious to make sure that we're able to do this for you. As if you're dealing with them or around town and see them, or you kind of hop into their businesses and tell them you appreciate the fact that they're supporting us so that we're able to bring you these broadcasts. And hopefully as we continue to do this, it's just the first couple times we've done this, we're hoping to continue to get better and better at it, so we can kind of let you know exactly what's going on during the game in case you can't make it out each night. So, Jay, go ahead and run those sponsors down for us tonight, please.
All right, again, our sponsors for tonight were ITS, Ideal Technological Solutions, Shade Tree Landscaping, Dale's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Courtney Van Huss, your LuLaRoe dealer, Morgan McClure Chevrolet, Buick and Cadillac of Coburn, Virginia, and Robo's Drive-In there in Pound. If you're out and about, stop by and give these folks your business. Tell them you appreciate them, not just sponsoring us, but you hear their names on a lot of stuff. They sponsor kids all over, and that's what we're all about here, giving kids a little bit of notoriety and getting some dividends for the hard work that they put in. We so often see them on game night, but there's a lot of work that goes in to get them to this point here. A lot of time that the coaches are putting in after school film sessions, weight rooms, summertime, summer camps, and get to this point. And so, all teams work really hard. And it's good when we can see these kids get a little notoriety for that hard work.
And once again, one more time, we'll be back again tomorrow night for the girls' action. I know the first game is Abington and Ridgeview, and that'll be going on at 6 o'clock. We'll be here live with you about 7:15, 7:30 or so for the girls' game. It'll be an exciting game against the Union Bears from Big Stone. Should be a hotly contested match. So if you can't make it out tomorrow night, make sure that you tune in here to the Sturgill Sports Media broadcast of the Warrior Nation blog. You can find that, of course, on the Sturgill Sports Media website, or on the Warrior Nation blog, the Sturgill Sports Media YouTube page as well, or any way that you can. So make sure you're tuning in. So for Lance Compton and Jason Mullins, we're going to sign out tonight and hope to see you here again tomorrow night.